It's Tawnee with the Kinsman Free Public Library, and I thought I would catch up with you guys while showing you how to make one of my favorite snacks right now, which is called Dalgona Coffee. Dalgona Coffee is basically a whipped coffee drink using only instant coffee, boiling water, and sugar in equal parts. So you'll want 2 tablespoons instant coffee, 2 tablespoons sugar, and 2 tablespoons hot water. And then you just whip it for around 3 minutes, and it comes up in this super tasty foam that you pour into a glass with some milk. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar because I've already made this and I found that it was way too bitter for me. So I'll probably be adding 2.5 tablespoons of sugar just to kind of see if it works. And hopefully, my blender is a KitchenAid, so it's not super loud. So as I'm making it, we should still be able to just chat. So, some cool things that have been going on are I am actually in my final semester of grad school. I've been working for the last 2 years to get my MLIS, which is the degree you need to be a librarian. It's been really challenging and a ton of fun. I've been learning so much. The only downside is that with all the schools closing and having had closed, that means I don't get to walk in my graduation, and I was really looking forward to that. I was like, I totally deserve this. I worked full-time, I went to grad school full-time, all online, and I am walking. So I'm a little bummed about that. Some other really cool things though are I did have a lot of really fun programming that I'm probably going to have to push back to the summer or whenever we do finally reopen. I was going to be doing a virtual book club in the evenings where we would read, that was going to be horror based, where we would read scary movies or books and chat about them from the comfort of our home. So you didn't even have to change out of your PJs or anything. I also was going to be doing an anime club as well as a podcast club. The anime club, in order to make everything work, was going to be kind of like a make your own anime club too. So we were going to watch anime and talk about them and make our own, whether I found a way for us to animate them or we were going to just do like a live action kind of a movie. And the podcast club is like a book club, but instead of reading books, we were going to listen to a different podcast every month and talk about what we thought. So I'm really hoping to get those programs started this summer. I think they'll be a lot of fun and you guys will like it a lot. And then, what else? Oh, Herbert. Herbert is doing fantastic. The little prayer plant that I bought for the library, it hasn't stopped putting out leaves since I brought him home. I think he's got 4 or 5 new leaves coming in right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand what I'm doing because right now nobody else is putting out new growth except maybe my arrowhead plant. But everybody else is like, we're done. We don't know if it's spring or winter right now, so we're just not gonna grow. And I'm like, that's actually completely fair. But Herbert's growing. He's not in the kitchen anymore. I actually stuck him in my living room because I was worried he wasn't getting enough direct light. I felt like he needed to get at least a couple hours every day. So I stuck him in my living room where I only get direct sunlight in a couple of the windows for like maybe 2 hours a day. And I was like, this should be plenty since they are kind of a medium low light loving plant. And I thought this would be a good way to kind of give him what he needed without scorching him or causing him to maybe stretch. Whew, it's done. Okay, let me show you what this looks like. Well, you can see it on my blender. Hopefully that wasn't super loud. But you see, it looks kind of like whipped cream, which is what you want. You kind of want to beat it for approximately 3 minutes or until it looks like marshmallow fluff or whipped cream. Some people say marshmallow fluff, some people say whipped cream, but you see how like stiff it is? It's keeping its peak. That's still too bitter. But good to know that you can mess with the ratios a little bit and add some more sugar. So here's my cute little grass, and I'll show you what it looks like. Also, it's getting really tricky finding milk for some reason, even though there's not a shortage. So I am using a milk drink, not a jug of milk. Although we did find milk this morning, so I will hopefully be making sugar cookies for Easter. Pour me out. Ooh, that took the whole thing. All right, spoon to spoon. I need a spoon. Okay, and then you just kind of spoon it on top. I might have made it thicker than I did last time. Ooh, boy. So tasty. So I would recommend, especially if you like sweeter coffees, one, maybe buying a flavored instant coffee, something with like vanilla or hazelnut. That would hopefully take care of some of the bitter. I think I might have accidentally bought espresso, which is also a thing, but that's fine because I will use that when I go to make like chocolate cakes and brownies, because that's really good. And then as you can see, it kind of just sits on top and layers itself. This is really hard to drink because it's so thick on the top. So I mixed it up last time, but I'm thinking I might put some chocolate chips on top because I do have those to make a mug cake for the next time we chat. So I will probably be adding some chocolate chips and I'll just eat it with my spoon. So good. It's like adult whipped cream without all the sugar. So I want to pretend it's healthy, but it really, really isn't. And I know it's not, but desperate times call for desperate measures, right? We all deserve a little treat. Okay, what other fun things can I fill you in on real quick? You know what? Honestly, I've been staying home so much during the week that even my hobbies have started to get boring. Like, I started out real strong embroidering. I finished like 3 embroidery projects when we first closed, and a knitting project. I made like an entire infinity scarf. Like, this scarf, when I was done, had to be like 7 or 8 feet long before I sewed the ends together. And then since then, I haven't been really digging the crafting. I have, though, been playing video games. We downloaded Yonder onto our Xbox, me and my significant other. And then I also downloaded A Night in the Woods. And those games have been keeping me pretty busy. Yonder is absolutely adorable. I pretty much played through it in a week. I couldn't stop playing it. I actually probably started growing roots into our couch. I was so dedicated to playing it. And then Into the Woods, A Night in the Woods, is kind of I'm not sure what kind of game it is. It's definitely sad and not as carefree, but there's some kind of weird murder mystery going on, and I am really into it. Okay, well, if you make the Dalgona coffee, tell me how you got it to your liking, as well as any changes you made to it, or if you even liked it or actually made it. I'm really looking forward to hear. Next time, I think when we chat, I'm going to make a mug cake. In my binging cooking video, I found this woman who makes all these crazy mug cakes, and I was like, I'm going to try this. I've always wanted to try a mug cake, but I've always been afraid of wasting supplies, and I'm like, it's not like I can do a whole lot right now. So I'm going to give it a shot. All right, well, we will see you all later. Hopefully sooner rather than later, and have a good Easter.